Speak to the bill. Chair recognizes Representative Bolden.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in opposition to House Bill 5097. And as many know, I don't really like to give floor speeches, but I really felt compelled to give the story about my great-grandfather. And I promise, Mr. Speaker, this will go to the merits of the bill. My great-grandfather's name was Jesse Lee Bond, 20-year-old African-American cotton farmer. He went to S.Y. Wilson's store in Arlington, Tennessee to buy planting supplies on April 28, 1939. The storekeeper kept a ledger of purchases, loans, and interest owed. After his purchase, Bond asked for a receipt. An argument followed, but finally Sam T. Wilson, the store cashier, reluctantly gave him a receipt. When Sam Wilson's father, Charles Robert Wilson, the store owner, was told about the incident, he became enraged and immediately sent Sam Wilson to bring Jesse Lee Bond and the merchandise back to the store. Bond returned with his aunt, Lula Bond, and as soon as the two of them entered the store, Charles Robert Wilson and his friend and co-worker, William Bud Johnson, started shooting at Jesse. They chased him out of the store and with the help of others, caught him. They brought him back to the town square, and in front of the store, they shot him to death. He was castrated, and they drug his body behind the truck to the Hatchie River. His body was then dropped off and staked at the bottom of the river. The body was found by authorities 5 days later. On the death certificate, the coroner said the victim fell into the Hatchie River and was accidentally drowned. The funeral and burial at the Grays Creek Church attracted a large crowd. Many from neighboring counties came to protest the action of the white authorities. No stone was placed on the grave, and it remains unmarked today. There is a book, there is a documentary about this, and his name is displayed in the National Memorial for Peace and Justice Museum in Alabama, among over 4,400 other names that have been documented to be lynched. Things like this happened. It happened to my family. Slavery happened, lynching happened, redlining happened, government-sanctioned violence based on race happened. I too would like to stick my head in the sand and pretend it didn't, but I can't, because it happened to my family and many other families in this nation. This bill would prevent this type of story to be told in our schools. What happened to my great-grandfather was not an uncommon occurrence for that time and should be told and discussed. Think about it, Mr. Speaker, the ramifications that it had on my family and millions of families in America, the trauma, the absence of father for my grandmother, the economic toll it took on my family for generations. When we don't understand our history, we are doomed to repeat it. And respectfully, this is not and should not be about your feelings. Mr. Speaker, we are not going back, and I thank you for your time.